India loves milk. It is a part of our diet, our ceremonies, our festivals. This love is reflected in the growth of our dairy industry. India has the world's largest dairy herd with over 350 million bovines producing over 190 million tons of milk. We have pushed out self-sufficiency story in milk decades ago. In this episode, we track the white revolution in India. We focus on Mother Dairy, a subsidiary of the National Dairy Development Board, to see the science and technology that pushes their dairy products. We see how innovation and research propels a range of high-quality products that push nutrition and health in India. Drinking milk has been a staple for people for millennia. Though there is a debate today on the health benefits of milk, most Indians consider it a whole food. Milk gives us proteins that are good for bodybuilding. A cup of milk contains almost 30% of calcium requirements of adults. It also contains vitamins, potassium and magnesium. India was initially not producing enough milk for her people. Until the country's independence in 1947, dairy production and trade was mostly in the household sector. Most of the marketing of milk was controlled by contractors and middlemen. After independence, consolidated attempts were made to push our dairy production both in terms of numbers and in terms of the way in which the system was run. %40 of the world's total milk production. Many institutions came up under Operation Flood, like Mother Dairy. Mother Dairy was commissioned in the year 1974 as a subsidiary of NDDB. Mother Dairy procures milk from the dairy cooperatives and small dairy farmers and sells it in Delhi NCR region through a network of booth and retail channels.
See, Mother Dairy was established in 1974 with the objective of supplying quality milk to the consumers of the metro cities under the Operation Flood. The objective of Operation Flood was to link the rural producers to the urban consumers, so that on one side the urban consumer will get a quality milk, and on the other side the rural producers will get a remunerative price.
Today, Mother Dairy has harnessed the power of farmer cooperatives and has pushed operations to other states like Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Gujarat. Mother Dairy markets approximately 3.5 million litres of milk daily to around 2 million households. Their model works because of high-quality products and a robust network of local-level milk booths and larger retail channels. Let's track the whole journey of milk from the rural dairy farms to the urban consumer's table. The process mainly has 3 stages: procurement, processing, packaging or delivery. The company procures 4.5 million litres of milk from 25,000 villages from 125 districts across the country. This is done through the milk producer cooperative societies. Each society has milk collection center. This runs every morning and evening. Here, the milk producers bring in milk in their own stainless steel containers. Before collection, raw milk has to pass through some tests to check its freshness, hygienic quality and nutrition composition such as fat and solid not fat or SNF. If cleared, the raw milk is transported to the chilling center where it is stored in chillers at 4 degrees Celsius. From there, the milk is transported in insulated road and rail tankers, where the temperature is maintained at 4 degrees Celsius to the processing plant. The highest level of hygiene is maintained throughout the entire production and transport journey. During the entire process, the milk is not touched by hand. The raw milk is transported using thousands of tankers to Mother Dairy's processing plant. These tankers are received at the dock. Then a sample is taken from the mixed raw milk in the tanker. Then there are 29 different tests conducted for checking for fat and solid not fat or SNF, pH level, acidity, adulteration and low bacteria load. If cleared, the tanker is unloaded and stored in stainless steel insulated storage tanks called silos at a temperature of below 6 degrees Celsius. One silo can store up to 1.5 lakh litre of milk. The milk then undergoes various processes before it reaches the consumer. In the Mother Dairy processing plant, everything is automated. It is all controlled and monitored with the help of computers. From the silos, the milk goes for processing through various stainless steel pipes, so the milk is never exposed to the outside temperature and light. The milk then goes into a clarifier machine. Clarification is a process of subjecting milk to a centrifugal force in order to eliminate the finer but heavier particles from milk, somatic cells, dust particles, etc. Clarification removes leukocytes, other large cells and fine dirt. The objective of clarification is to improve the appearance and marketability of milk. After the clarification is done, a process for fortification takes place where vitamin A is added in the milk. This was started to fulfill the micronutrient deficiency in the population. Mother Dairy was one of the pioneers in the country to start the fortification back in 1984.
Coming to the micronutrient deficiencies, two big deficiencies are about vitamin A and vitamin D. So if you look at vitamin A, there is a deficiency prevalence of around 50% in the population. Similarly, vitamin D is up to 90%. And very few people would know that Mother Dairy had started fortification nearly 35 years ago in 1984, when nobody even was talking much about fortification at that time.
After fortification, milk is homogenized. Homogenization is the physical process of breaking down the milk fat globules into tiny droplets to discourage cream separation. Tiny droplets of fat do not rise in milk, since reducing their sizes also increases their density in the milk. In this process, milk is subjected to very high pressure to break all the fat globules into very tiny droplets that increase the level of integration of the fat in the milk. As a result, the milk fat remains uniformly distributed in the milk. Then the milk goes through the most important process called pasteurization. Pasteurization makes sure milk is safe to drink by killing any bacteria and also helps to prolong the shelf life of the milk. The process of pasteurization involves heating milk to 78 degrees Celsius for at least 16 seconds. Once the milk has been heated, it is then immediately cooled to less than 4 degrees Celsius with almost no change in the nutritive values of the milk. After pasteurization, the milk is processed to ensure a standard composition of fat and solid not fat contents. This process is called standardization. Between the process, various parameters of the milk like pH, acidity, etc. are checked to ensure the quality of milk is maintained.
We have testing, we have close to 26 tests that we conduct, and these tests are conducted at every stage of acceptance. When milk is accepted at a chilling center, when the milk is accepted at a processing plant, and when it is dispatched. So there are 3 levels of screening: at the reception, at the processing, at the dispatch level, to ensure that the consumer gets the best quality milk that can be produced.
After the processing, milk is either packed in poly bags or filled in tankers to be transported to the market for the consumption. Then filling and packing happens, which is considered to be most sensitive operation. Packaging material used for all the products is with the objective of retaining taste, freshness and unique natural appeal. Milk from processing plants reaches through stainless steel pipes to the automatic fill and seal machines. First, the machine pulls the flat sheet of printed polypack material to make it into a packet. Then a nozzle fills the required quantity of the milk in cylindrical shaped packs. A hot plate then cuts and seals the packs. Mother dairy plants have automatic packing machines to avoid any cross-contamination. These machines pack around 4,000 packets in an hour. Then the packed milk pouches travel on a food-grade conveyor where trained staff check, arrange and put them in crates. These crates are stacked and put into cold storage. The temperature here is 4 degrees Celsius. This keeps the milk fresh until dispatch, which happens twice a day. The packets are loaded in insulated trucks, where the temperature is maintained at 4 degrees till it reaches the consumers.
Packaging science basically has 2 components. One is the material science that talks about rigidity, the robustness, etc. And the second is about food science, because the inside product is a living product. It keeps on changing. It has got lot of impact coming from external factors like light, oxygen, etc. That is where the packaging science and technology comes into play.
Mother Dairy sells more than 3.5 million litres of milk per day in Delhi NCR and operates a network of around 850 milk booths in the National Capital Region. Mother Dairy has constantly innovated in order to cater to almost every segment of the population. Packaged milk can be categorized according to fat and solid not fats or SNF contents. SNFs consist of everything except milk fat and water. That means total solid contents in the entire residue left after complete evaporation of water from milk. Mother Dairy's normal toned milk has 3% fat and 8.5% SNF. Cow milk with 4% fat, and 8.5% SNF content. Standardized milk with 4.5% fat and 8.5% SNF. And full cream milk has 6% fat and 9% SNF. Mother Dairy also has a premium variety that has maximum 7% fat and 9% SNF content. They also have low-fat varieties for calorie-conscious people like Live Light milk with 1.5% fat and 9% SNF, and fat-free skimmed milk which has less than 0.5% fat and 8.7% SNF content, which can help people reduce weight. Apart from milk, Mother Dairy has a big range of other milk products such as curd, lassi, buttermilk and ice cream. Let us look at the curd section. How does milk turn into curd? Certain bacteria like lactobacillus are added to milk. These bacteria ferment the milk, turning the lactose sugar in the milk into lactic acid. The lactic acid, which forces the milk's protein or casein molecules to break down and recombine, transforming milk from a liquid into a delicate semi-solid gel. Because the bacteria have partially broken down the milk already, it is thought to make curd easier to digest. Additionally, eating curd can help replenish the necessary population of bacteria in your gastrointestinal tract, that is, stomach and intestines, after they have been lost from, for example, taking antibiotics or having an upset stomach. Curd has other health benefits also than boosting the gut immunity. It makes the skin and bones healthy, reduces blood pressure, and discourages the growth of yeast infections in women. Now let's track the manufacturing process of curd in the Mother Dairy plant. Processed milk is heated for 10 minutes to a temperature of 92 degrees Celsius. Then, it is instantly cooled to 4 degrees Celsius. After that, milk is again heated to 43 degrees Celsius and the culture is added. For curd manufacturing, a culture is required which is basically a mix of some good bacteria, usually Lactobacillus and Streptococcus thermophilus. This happens in a stainless steel container called fermenter. The culture mix is added in the milk in what are called inoculation containers. This process of mixing the culture with the milk is called inoculation, in which the transformation of milk's sugar, lactose into lactic acid happens. This warm mix then goes into the pack and seal machine through stainless steel pipes. It is then packed into food-grade polypacks or cups, based on the requirements. These packs are then sent to an incubation room. They are left here for 3 to 4 hours at a temperature of 43 to 45 degrees Celsius. In the incubation room, the milk actually thickens and turns into the curd. After getting the desired acidity, it is transferred to a cold room known as blast chiller. Cooling is necessary to stop fermentation process and prolong the shelf life. Blast chilling brings down the product temperature from 43 to 20 degrees Celsius in 2 hours, which ensures high quality of curd. After that, the curd is transferred into a cold storage, where it is stored in 4 degrees Celsius. After this, it is ready for dispatch. Mother Dairy has stringent quality control in place for all the products. There is a continuous process of taking samples of the products and testing them on certain set parameters, such as pH level and acidity. If they do not meet the standards, they are not sent for dispatch. The Quality Assurance Laboratory at the Delhi plant is certified by the National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratory, or NABL, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India.
In addition to that, we also send our milk samples to the NABL accredited external laboratories very frequently from all over the country, and to get the test done through these test laboratories. To ensure that the in-house test what we're conducting complies to the food safety standards, and we can ensure that our testing protocols and the testing practices are best in the industry.
Mother Dairy manufacture both normal curd and probiotic curd. This probiotic curd is good for your health, especially the digestive system. Probiotic implies live bacteria and yeast. For the bacteria to be called probiotic, the specific lactic acid producing bacterial count per gram shall not be less than 10 lakhs. There is no difference in the process of making normal and probiotic curd. The major difference is in culture used to produce the curd. For the probiotic curd, the probiotic culture, which contains Bifidobacterium lactis and Lactobacillus rhamnosus, is used, which is considered as a boost for human immunity. The plant also makes lassi. Here the process is similar to dahi till the setting. After that, it is mixed with water and other ingredients depending on the recipe.
So we have a large portfolio of dairy products also in addition to milk, and this product portfolio is made up of milk. So all the benefits that would have come from milk would still be retained in that product portfolio. And there are specific products that also give an additional benefit. As an example, there is a range of fermented products like lassi, chaach, curd, yogurts, etc. So they carry the benefits of milk, but in addition they give the digestive benefits, and they also help in building immunity.
Like this, Mother Dairy has diversified into numerous areas, including vegetables and edible oils. Milk accounts for 55 to 60% of its revenues, dairy products 10%, and edible oil sold under NDDB's Dhara brand 15 to 18%. Fruits and vegetables sold under the Safal brand makes up only about 10%, but offer growth potential as an emerging consumer category of frozen produce.
Look at the success of the dairy sector, where the Operation Flood, the Mother Dairy, the NDDB have played a very great role. Since 1998, India is the largest milk producing country in the world. So for the last almost, you can say 23 years, we have been number one in the world, pushing US as number two. So with respect to dairy, I think we are self-sufficient in terms of meeting the nutritional requirements. Now our endeavor should be to export the products to other countries, so which thereby we get the foreign exchange also.
Mother Dairy's success can be attributed to quality products and a loyal consumer base. The company has a commitment to quality, reliability, and an astute understanding of the tastes and preferences of its consumers. Where numerous industry pioneers have been forced to shut shop, unable to keep pace with changing consumer tastes, Mother Dairy is constantly evolving, spoiling its consumers for choice. The stand for the spirit of enterprise and self-sufficiency that powers India today.